Alright, how's it going, guys? This is your nigga White. Welcome back to ancientbloodlineoflight. So somebody was asking for me to tune into Travis Scott energy, and so I had actually tapped into his energy, I believe last year, or was it 2 years ago? And then that whole incident happened with him at the concert, and then something else came up where somebody else, I believe, had picked up on his left-hand path practice of magic. Another psychic had picked up on that he works with one of the Goetic demons, Beer. So I do too. I work with Goetia as well. So now, what this psychic picked up on is that he basically offered so many people's lives like a form of blood magic to Beer, which there's a lot of demons who do like blood, most like sandalwood, most like dragon blood, some most like jasmine, frankincense, myrrh, storax, those type of offerings. And so it's like, it's not necessarily that they're evil, they just work by your intentions, and it's how we're connected with them. So if I could work with them if I want to like do like really good things for other people, or that is adjacent to my spirituality, getting tuned in, or like channel messages and how to help other people, and they'll do that. But my main point is, what I pick up on his energy is, I do sense he is embracing that, the meaning of free will in his life, freely doing what he needs to do to manifest what he did not have when he was younger. So it's basically kind of like what I was picking up on. I'm picking up on what this other psychic had picked up on, because I get that he was younger, there just wasn't much that he had. That it was like, someone has this, I want it, I don't have that, I'm lacking on that. So it's like he's embracing what he can get now, with his fame. So as I'm tuning into his energy, in my mind's eye, I'm seeing like there's two of him. It's like he's another him that he's facing. Like he's right here, and this duplicate of himself is like his shadow self, per se. That's that occultist side, that dark magician right there. And I don't see it as it's something that he created, like a thought form, a servitor that he invokes. That's just like, that's him. It's like you have your old self that everyone else sees you as, know you as, and there's that other side of you that people don't know that's there, that's behind closed doors, because everybody has, that different, these ways of how they present themselves, like out in the public, behind closed doors, and how you perceive yourself, so that kind of thing. So I'm also seeing like this realm, like I was seeing the earth, and then I'm seeing like, is it like an apocalyptic world like Mad Max? The sky is like red though, and like there's like destruction, like buildings, and there's like a whole group of people, and he's there, but he's like on top of like these rocks or something, like they're all cheering. Like he wants, the way people acted at that concert where that incident happened, the way they worship him, that's what he loved. He feeds on that. So like, and by him invoking Beer, it's like their energy of praising him and worshiping him is like their offering. It's like these people did not intentionally die, but in a way, their love for him was adjacent to some of them dying, because it's like that I would die for you type of thing, and then it ended up manifesting. That's not their intention, that they actually wanted to die, but it was a very unfortunate thing that happened to these people. It sucks. And I'm pretty sure, you're asking, well, how does he feel about that? Well, I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself, so you guys have your opinions. But I know for a fact that the people around him who's close to him knows about his practices, and some of them look into it, but they don't practice it directly, but they have their curiosities. I sense there's one particular male friend of his that he's very close to, who's like a brother to him, who knows a lot about what he practices, things he's interested in. And it's like, I support you, type of thing. Like, it is what it is. I'm not gonna judge. You're my boy, type of stuff, And this person would definitely die for him. Would do anything for him. So now I'm seeing him as a genie, like dressed up like one, and he's saying like, I could manifest anything, I could bring anything to my life, and that's a good attitude, like a lot of us should. And it's like, because of this experience of lack in his early life, it's like I'm hearing world domination, not literally, but it just, metaphorically speaking, because for the fans, it's like that's his world. He's dominating to be like just very famous. Got his foot in that door within the industry. So what else I see is I'm seeing like a flash of him as a child and who he is today, like just like in and out, it's flashing. And he truly is like embracing this life that he has, which is incredible, because when you experience a form of poverty at a young age, and financial poverty, you're gonna like be very, very happy with the successful life that you have, because you were able to manifest that, and you're feeling, embracing what you had lacked before, when there was so much struggle growing up in your home, your neighborhood, and such, and so on. So that's something that like a lot of us can relate to. A lot of people out there in the world who changed their life around and are inspiring others, and that's what he is very happy and proud of, because he could feel that and see that in the eyes of his fans, is that things can make a great change, and I am your light to show you that it is possible, that life can get a lot better if you continue to believe and have faith. Now, faith is not necessarily just a Christian thing or a Catholic thing. Faith is something to have like in general. It's a general thing to do to, get through many obstacles in life, by having that faith in whoever you believe in, even the Most High, in your heart. Now, working with goetic entities definitely made him feel a form of security and power, because working with that energy, you definitely feel that way, that it can become where it's like addicting, that you want to like constantly just work with them, and it's not like addicting, like something that's like really, really in a bad way, in my opinion. It's just like when you have a strong connection to a certain entity or a deity, whatever, you're gonna like feel such a strong pull that you're giving them that main attention, because that energy you feel when tapping into them, and like that energy high that you get after performing some like spells or rituals, ceremonies, whatnot. It's the same thing when I work with angels. Like because of how high vibration they are. And you know, opposed to like working with goat demons where you feel so well grounded with this realm because they resonate with the root chakra. Now working with angels, um, it's like you feel like you're being uplifted, like your energy is so in high vibration on their frequency. You don't really feel rooted to the ground. So it's like you have to like be very tapped into your body to be in the present moment so you can ground yourself and you can center yourself. So like, you know, that's where that good positive vibrational feeling working with angels can make you feel like addicted to working with them constantly. So being used to working with entities for so long that it's not like that for me, maybe others as well. Like they have that more control of how they work with these entities and how often, you know, and know, you know, when to give it a rest and just take a break from that at times, you know. So, but it's fascinating how it adds up where there are celebrities who do work with a lot of entities and such, and some who don't and stick to their most high, whatever religion they're in. So it is a very fascinating thing to see that it's a thing that's actually happening, because I do pick up on that energy, and then this other psychic basically confirming that he's also into working with darker things. It's pretty a phenomenon, you know, because I recognize that energy because I work with them too, but not in that form of how he does it though, because it's not like I'm like malicious with it or sacrifice people or anything, because you know, it's really all about just having a bond, a relationship with entities that I can manifest with by vibrating on their frequency and it being adjacent to my higher self and so on and so forth. So, but yes, I do pick up that things are gonna get better for him in the spotlight. Things will. Obviously, not people are not gonna forget about what happened, but it's like, why feed into it? So it's like let's move on and stop being like, you know, oh hey, this is the guy who where his show a lot of people got hurt and a lot of people even died, you know, and look at him as, hey, this is Travis Scott, you know, he's releasing his new single, etc. You know, not focusing on too much of, you know, the BS, and people can move on. Obviously, you're gonna remember what happened, but it's like, okay, it happened, so let's move on, you know. But yeah, and I do see he will have more collaborations, and yeah, like it's gonna be looking up a lot better, you know, in his life, and you know, despite how a lot of people feel about what happened, despite how I felt, and etc., I do really hope the best for him, because you know how we feel about certain things is basically how we perceive it, and it's our ego. So this is why being mindfulness can really make you a master by like, you know, okay, this is what happened, etc. But you know, their ego was, you know, operating, which is why their actions had led to a tragedy. But if it wasn't for the ego, none of that would happen. So why don't we just love people and be like, have sympathy for them too? Because the devil would affect all of us. Forgive them for they do not understand what they're doing. This is basically exactly what that verse mean. So if it wasn't for the ego, that child that has not grown and to learn to be evolved and master himself, you know, it's not everything. So you can instead embrace your higher self, that mindful, emotionally intelligent, mastered version of yourself, where you see things as they are. You see things through the light of who they are beyond the ego, if the ego was in control. And even those who would have considered, cause trauma by abusing them, so we understand that if it wasn't for that devil, because of the pain, the chain reaction of pain and trauma that passes down to victims, and then they create victims, and they create victims. See, beyond that, through the heart and eyes of God, that okay, this is why this person is doing this, how they are. They didn't choose that to happen to them. So I love them. And because you're loving yourself, because everybody is a fragment of God and operating in this world. And there are people who had gone through so much trauma and was hurt that they didn't become those who hurt them. They overcame that. They became the heroes. This is where the heroes and villains meaning comes in. Villains want to punish the world for what happened to them. Heroes want to protect the world from what they experience. It's like, I don't want this to happen to you too, so I want to protect you. And then you have those who become abusers, just like those who abuse them. Like, I want you to feel my pain, so I'm gonna hurt you, I'm gonna project. So be that hero, break that cycle, because you can break that karmic cycle. It's not gonna follow you to your next life, the karma, so be that hero, and you're creating a more positive ripple into the aether, and it's going out there, and that's where that positive good karma is coming in. But here's like how it relates to the yin and yang, because everything is source, God, divine, Yahweh, everything is that. So everything has the yin and yang. So when you take that positive path and become that hero, that's the yang. The yin within that is, there's sometimes heroes, they enjoy the praise that they get, that they become narcissistic. And so there is the yang within the yin part, where you chose a bad path and decided to become, a villain, the abuser, because you think that, here's the yang part, you think that by doing that, you're in a way helping yourself, so you can actually at least feel good, and there's some positivity there. But it still was something bad that you did, that you got a high out of, like it's stimulating you. But so this is what I was picked up on Travis Scott's energy. And don't forget to subscribe, share, and like the video.